Good morning, my dear students. Welcome to my class. So, in class 4A Moral Science, we are going to do lesson 2. Okay, we have already done lesson 1 because we have this time we are only going to do 2 lessons. Okay, for our first unit, we are only going to do 2 lessons. Okay, so this is the second lesson. The name of the lesson is The Woodcutter and the Lion. Alright, now you see here why we are reading this story, because this is moral science and you know that we get some moral values. When we read stories in moral science, we get some moral values from them. Okay, so always sleep with one eye open. Alright, never take anything for granted. Your best friends might just be your enemies. So who is your best friend? They can be your enemies. Okay, so you see, after reading the story you will realize these things. Okay, alright. So you see here the woodcutter and the lion, as the heading is given here. The name of the story is The Woodcutter and the Lion. An open enemy is better than a false friend. Okay, now what is the meaning of this line? An open enemy is better than a false friend. Okay, if your enemy comes and says, I am your enemy, at least he is saying in front of you, you know that he is my enemy, he can cause me harm. So you will be careful, you will be extra careful, so that your enemy does not comes and harm you. Okay, but if your friend is your enemy, you don't know. Your friend is not your true friend, he is your false friend. But you know that he is my friend, you don't know that my friend is my enemy. Okay, suppose he comes and harms you, your friend comes and harms you, you will not come to know also. So this is the meaning of that line, that an open enemy is better than a false friend. If your friend is false, he is untrue, okay, he is unfaithful, so it's not good actually. So an open enemy is always better. Alright, let us start the story. A long time ago, there lived a woodcutter in a village. So, there lived a woodcutter, where he lived in a village. The village was near a big jungle. Where was the village? The village was near a big jungle, near a very big forest, you can say. Okay. Every day, the woodcutter would go to the jungle to cut wood. So, you know who is a woodcutter? A person who cuts wood. So, he used to go to the jungle to cut wood. His wife would pack some home cooked food for the lunch. Okay, so he used to go to cut woods and his wife used to pack the food that he would eat in the afternoon as his lunch. Okay, home cooked food. From home she used to cook food. Okay, one day when the woodcutter was eating his meal in the jungle, he saw a lion coming there. So what happened, you see, one day when he was having his meal in the afternoon, alright, he saw a lion coming there. You know, lion is a beast. Okay, so he saw a lion coming there. Okay, he got so frightened. Whoever will see the lion, obviously that person will be frightened. Okay, he got so frightened to see the lion, but had no way to get away. How could he get away? Because maybe he was in front of him. Okay, at that time, and by seeing such a dangerous animal, you cannot run also, isn't it? This is the end of my life, thought the woodcutter. What he thought to himself, that this is the end of my life. Now I am going to die. This lion is going to eat me up. But he got surprised when the lion did not attack him and asked. But you see, to his utter surprise, the lion did not do him anything. Okay, he did not attack him. And he asked, who asked? The lion asked, what are you eating? It smells so good. He asked that, what are you eating? The food that you are eating, it smells so good. Nice smell is coming. From the smell, actually the lion can feel, maybe it is that it is very delicious. The food is very delicious, tasty. God has given me a chance to save my life, said the woodcutter to himself, and respectfully answered. Now you just think, woodcutter is thinking that God has given me this chance. That lion is asking me, okay, and he did not eat me, rather he is asking me, okay. So he said, in a very respectful manner, he said, O king of jungle, my wife cooked this food. I will be very happy if you have it. O king of jungle, you know the lion is the king of the jungle, okay. and he said, "O king of jungle!" Exclamation mark is there. See, in a very respectful manner he is saying, "My wife cooked this food. I will be very happy if you have it. If you have my food, if you have my meat, I would be very happy." The woodcutter is saying to the lion. The food looked so tempting that the lion could not resist himself from eating it. Okay, actually the lion was very attracted towards the food. Okay, the food looked so tempting, just he wanted to taste it. Okay, that the lion could not resist himself, he cannot control himself. Okay, from eating it, he wanted to eat that food. He enjoyed the tasty meal and said to the woodcutter, what did he say? He enjoyed the tasty meal, delicious meal. He enjoyed and said to the woodcutter, "Your wife is an excellent cook." What did he say? That your wife is a very good cook, a very excellent cook. You are very lucky to be eating such delicious food. And he said, he praised, the lion praised that you are a very lucky man to have such delicious food. Because you see, woodcutter is eating every day those food, his wife is cooking every day and the woodcutter is eating every day. Okay, now woodcutter said, "I bring my lunch pack with me daily. Why don't you come and join me for lunch every day?" See, he was a very, you can say, a very good-hearted person, you can say, the woodcutter. Okay, now he would, after giving him the meal for that day, he would not come the next day, or he would not invite the lion the next day. But see, the woodcutter said that I bring my lunch pack with me daily, that every day I am bringing my lunch box. Okay, why don't you come and join me for lunch every day? He is inviting the lion. Just see that from these lines we can say that the woodcutter was a very good-hearted person. "Oh, that's very kind of you. It will be a great pleasure for me," said the lion. "Oh, that's very kind of you." The lion was also very happy, and he said that that would be really very nice, very kind. It will be a great pleasure. He was very happy. Okay, said the lion. So from the next day, the woodcutter and the lion started eating together, and they became very good friends. So now you see, a lion and a man and a woodcutter, they became very good friends. Every day they started eating their lunch together. Okay, the lion was so happy that he could eat tasty cooked food instead of raw flesh. See now what a lion eats, that you know what he eats. He eats the raw flesh, he kills animals and he eats them. But now he was getting ready-made food, tasty cooked food. Okay, there was no need for him to search the prey. Now he was not hunting also. He did not want to search his prey. Lion's friends, fox and crow, got so upset because earlier when the lion used to hunt his prey, they would eat the leftover flesh. And now when the lion was no more hunting, they had to search their own food. But now you see, they were lion's friend. Who were lion's friend? Fox and crow, they were lion's friend. Okay, whatever the leftover food or the leftover flesh that the lion did not eat actually, okay, they used to eat. This fox and crow, okay, the leftover flesh they used to eat. So they became very upset because now they were not getting that food. Okay, so they, okay, all right, now you see here. And now when the lion was no more hunting, because now the lion was getting food, he was no more hunting, they had to search their own food. So the fox and the crow, they had to search their own food. Okay, they both were so lazy. They did not actually, first of all, they did not want to work. They used to eat those foods that the lion would, the leftover food of the lion. The leftover actually flesh or meat of the, that he used to leave, the lion used to leave. They used to eat those food, those things. Okay, they both were so lazy. See, first of all, they were lazy, I told you just now, and they were clever also, and did not want to make any efforts to get their food. They were lazy, so they did not walk, and they were clever also. Okay, they went to the lion and said, "Sir, why are you not hunting these days?" Asking that, "Why, sir, you are not hunting nowadays?" Where do you go every day to fill your stomach? If you are not hunting, where do you go every day? Lion refused to tell them anything. See, actually foxes are very cunning animal. Okay, and along with the fox, crow is also there. Okay, now you see here. They were asking the lion, but actually lion did not want to tell them all these things. Okay, lion refused to tell them anything, but the fox and crow were cunning animals. They were too much cunning. Okay, too much clever, too much cunning. Okay, they insisted so much. Okay, they kept on asking questions, insisted that you have to say. Okay, so much, and the lion told them everything. And at last, what happened? The lion told them everything. Okay, oh, our king, please take us with you so that we can have a few bites of the tasty food. Oh, our king. Now is saying to the king, they are requesting the king actually, that please take us with you. Okay, so that we can also have the tasty food, few bites of that tasty food. Lion agreed to do so, as they both were his friends for a long time. You see, Lion agreed. Why Lion agreed? Because the fox and the crow were Lion's friend for a long time. Okay, he did not know that his sly friends were planning to kill and eat the woodcutter. He did not know. See, his sly friends, they were actually unfaithful friends. These two friends, they were cunning, they were clever, they were sly. Okay, they were liars actually. Okay, so he did not know, the lion actually did not know that his sly friends were planning to kill and eat the woodcutter. They planned to kill and eat the woodcutter. Okay, next day when the lion went to the woodcutter, he was not alone. So the next day, you see what happened? Along with the lion, the fox and the crow also went with him. Okay, to the woodcutter. Okay, so he was not alone. Both of them accompanied him. The fox and the crow accompanied him. The fox and the crow were with him too. The woodcutter was waiting for the lion to come, but when he saw the lion was coming with a fox and a crow, he climbed up a nearby tree. So what did the woodcutter do? He climbed up a nearby tree, when they saw all three of them coming. The lion came and said, "Why did you climb up the tree? Why are you getting scared? I am your friend. Please come down." So the lion said, that why did you climb up the tree? He is asking to the woodcutter that why did you climb the tree? Why are you so afraid? Why are you so scared? I am your friend. He said that I am your friend. Okay, please come down. No, I will not. The woodcutter replied that I am not going to come down. Said the woodcutter, you promised me to come alone and now you have come with these cunning creatures. So the woodcutter said that you promised me that you are going to come alone to me to have your meal with me in the afternoon, but you have come with these cunning creatures. I am sure that they have misdirected you with their sweet talks. So you see, the woodcutter was very annoyed. Okay, so by seeing these two cunning creatures, these two cunning animals, that is the fox and the crow, he said that I am sure they have misdirected you, they have misled you, they have said you something else, they made a story and they said you something else with their sweet talks. They have talked to you very nicely, some very sweet things they have said to you, and you are being misled. They must have come with a bad intention, with some bad thought. Intention means some thought, with some bad thought. They must have accompanied you to me here. I can't trust them. He said that I cannot trust these cunning creatures. They are clever and they can influence you to kill me. I can't put my life in danger. They said they are very cunning. So they are very clever creatures, they said, the woodcutter said, and they can influence you to kill me. So he said that they must have influenced you to kill me with their sweet talks. Okay, I can't put my life in danger. I don't want to put my life in danger, the woodcutter said. When the lion, fox and crow went away, the woodcutter came down and went home. So he was on a tree. Okay, so the lion understood everything, and after some time they must have left. Okay, when the lion, fox and crow went away, The woodcutter came down from the tree and he went home. Okay. So what is the moral of this story? It is wise to be cautious and careful. Always be aware of cunning people. Why the woodcutter could save himself? Now the question arises, why the woodcutter could save himself? Because he became very careful, he became very cautious. When he saw, the woodcutter saw, along with the lion, the crow and the fox, they are coming, these two cunning creatures are coming, he became cautious, he became careful, he climbed up a tree. So always be aware of cunning people. All this type of people, this type of clever people who are too much clever, those who are too much cunning, we should always be very careful. Okay, so you see here, this is a nice story. We are getting some moral from this story, isn't it? We are getting this moral that we should always be very cautious and careful in any situation. See, this was a situation, how was the story, this plot was created, but in real life also we should always be very cautious and we should always be very careful. And in choosing our friends also we should be very careful. Okay, always be aware of cunning people. All those who are too much cunning and those who are all those who are actually too much smart, they try to show something. Okay, but they are not so, but they try to show something. We should be aware of those type of people, those type of cunning people. Okay, nice story. We got a good moral from this story, isn't it? So students, please go through the story, the woodcutter and the lion. Very nice story. I hope you are going to learn something from this story. Okay, thank you. Question answers, exercises and question answers I am going to send in Teno. Please watch. Okay, thank you.